You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
You are watching the leaders in full immersion gaming, and this is the pregame show only on the NBL Network.
Oh, it is that time of year once again, playoff time here in the Madden Bomber League, and boy, do we have a fantastic broadcast for you tonight. Before we get there, though, we have our NBL Live pregame show that's brought to you each and every week by our graphic sponsor, Web3KS.com. They do a ton for our entire NBL network, including graphics for our original programming, our overlays, things like that. They got a great deal going on right now. If you or anyone you know needs graphics done for affordable price, hit up Web3KS.com. Let them know NBL sent you. You get a 15% discount on your entire order. Web3KS.com, the leaders in affordable graphic design. Thanks for hanging out with us, folks. I'm OSU. I'm hanging with my man, the Commish Bomber, and we've got some wild card playoff action going on in just a few minutes. It is the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Pittsburgh, coming in as the wild card matchup. Wild card team. Jacksonville winning that AFC South, Bomber. I think no matter what happens tonight, Jacksonville could lose 100-0. They could have negative points on the scorecard. And I think Unisley would still be happy.
Yeah, the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars is super pumped because 8-7-1 got it done. That means that he's going to have his picture on that AFC banner. You can find that 365.maddenbomberleague.com. That hit that little Daddy Leagues tab, the NBL Daddy Leagues tab at the top. Scroll down. It says Sonny right now, but Sonny Weaver, the underachiever, is out. 8-7-1 gets it done, and he's in. And I think that's all that matters to him because this is the longest time that a division banner will stay on the webpage from the last cycle's final season till the start of the next one and completion of season 33. We're currently in NBL season 32. What do you say it's going to be? 70 days? Usually it's 45-day season. You know, we're going to get this break. So, I mean, it's a good amount of time. You're going to get a couple months where, you know, you can't be derailed or dethroned, excuse me, as the division champion. I think Unislade's pretty excited about that, owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, it should be. I think he's going to like screenshot that every day to make sure that he never forgets what it's like to be on top of the division. And, you know, who knows what happens in Madden 19? Hey, Bomber, I don't know if you knew this. I don't know if I just remembered. This is how. I mean, it's important to me, but I just remembered. This is NBL live broadcast 230.
Now you know what that is, right?
I think that's number 200 of old OSU.
OSU's 200th broadcast, and we have nothing special for you. It's the same old.
Thank you, everybody.
The same old thing. Yeah, we didn't do anything for it. We hyped it up. We got here, and it's absolutely nothing. So, congratulations. Or as Uber would say, that was your cue.
Was I supposed to do that?
Yeah,
I was like,
you have to do your
What's
own
going on, everyone? Uber, YouTuber here. I've got to give a big shout out to Bomber League. Been here since day one. I love you guys. You guys are the best. Bomber League over there. Bomber talking to me right now. And then he said some things.
Hey, someone clip that and tag Uber on Twitter for us, please. Please do so.
Well,
but yeah, 200th broadcast, man, it's crazy. Time flies.
Yeah, time flies. It's and we're still rolling. We are not stopping anytime soon. We've got playoff action tonight, Jags and Steelers. Before we get to that, we will remind you, as we do every broadcast, about our tournament coming up August 2nd through the 5th. Supporting Operation Homefront, a charity, does a ton of great work for our military families. Spots are filling up fast, so make sure you apply now. 365.maddenbomberleague.com. It's under the EA Access Tournament tab. Free to enter. All you need is EA Access, an Xbox, and GroupMe, which GroupMe is free. So make sure you apply. Giving away that Saquon Barkley helmet to first place, as well as a ton of copies of Madden 19. We'll be giving away swag, custom controllers, a little bit of everything. So make sure you're a part of it. You got to be a part of the tournament to win this stuff. And if you hit that subscribe button, you will be a part of some subscriber-only giveaways as well. So don't miss out.
And we had a subscriber giveaway happen here on bonus coverage. A guy in Grid gave away a subscription. I mean, who was it that gave it away? It wasn't Sandman34. Look, I don't want to say the wrong name. Someone gave away a subscription here earlier on bonus coverage. You probably saw it on the analytics. You're like, what's going on bonus coverage? We're getting subscribers from it? Yeah, someone just gave it away. We didn't actually get a subscriber. One of our subscribers gave one away.
We might have a Sclam subscriber giveaway coming up in the fourth quarter. Who knows?
Did he say that?
Hey, I just said Mike. But if he's there, you better do it. Yeah, I see him. He's right there. Colonel Sanders, 94. Shout out to
he's not doing it. He's giving away like 9 subscription already. How much more can he afford?
Probably 10. I'm going to guess 10. I'm just throwing it out there, 10. Let's get to our players to watch for today's game between the Jaguars and the Steelers. First on the side of the Pittsburgh Steelers, it is Bud Dupree, who had a great game on NBL Live just a couple weeks ago. 51 tackles, 13 sacks, 14 for loss, and a pick. Bomber, Bud Dupree is just a monster in the middle of this defense, and he has a big task today because they got a pretty good running back on the other side. It's going to be up to that linebacking core to contain Leonard Fournette. Make sure he doesn't get to the second level and roll off one of those real long touchdowns Fournette's real good at getting.
Yeah, Fournette has been a beast this year. He led the league in rushing yards, but they got a nice task today defensively to try to stop the big fella in Jacksonville, but they can do it. Bud Dupree, Ryan Shazier, Churchy Gooch, short for Churchy, if you just want to throw it all together. Man, I'll tell you what, this is the 6th best team against the rush defensively, 2nd against the pass. We know Daniel Shirley's going to struggle tonight. It's all going to be on the shoulders and legs of Leonard Fournette, but I think Ryan Shazier, Bud Dupree, little Cornelius Bailey, Sean Davis, Sims, Jawar Forney, I think this group is ready. I think they're going to make plays. Yeah, it's a talented defensive group in Pittsburgh, and that's what's pretty much been carrying them this year. They're 22nd in passing yards, 24th in rushing yards, but their defense is what's been carrying them. Can you imagine that? Saying that 5 to 6 seasons ago? No, 13-3 Pittsburgh Steelers are carried by this defense, and it all starts with Bud Dupree and Ryan Shazier, so it's going to be an exciting night here, NBL Live broadcast number 230, which is the 200th broadcast for that man you see right there, bottom right. Wave to the crowd right now. OSU.
Hello. What is going on? Anywho, let's get to our player to watch for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and we could highlight anybody out there, but at the end of the day, it's Leonard Fournette we're going to be keeping our eyes on. He really had a great season. If I remember correctly, by the way, Bomber, he's not here to defend himself, so I can call him out for this. Mr. Sonny Weaver, one of the hosts of Highly Debaldable, claimed, guaranteed, that Bryant Vance would have more rushing yards than Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette finished with 1,690 rushing yards. Bryant Vance just came up short by about 600 yards. Fournette has continued to be that beast for the Jaguars offense, and he has to get going tonight because they need to control the clock against the Steelers offense that can get going quickly.
Yeah, they absolutely do. And big shout out to Bryant Vance. If he could only stay healthy, the only problem is he can't. I mean, the guy literally goes down nearly every game. But we're talking Leonard Fournette, right? Is that who we're talking about right now?
Yeah, Leonard Fournette.
We're talking Leonard Fournette, the beast from the Jacksonville Jaguars. They say he's the beast in the AFC. He's 6 foot, 228 pounds, 96 overall, 90 speed, 90 excel. And get this, 90 spin move, 96 juke move, 88 stiff arm, 92 trucking, 96 ball carrier vision, except for those fat thumbs of an isolator on him.
So he's not very good is what you're saying. You're saying he's mediocre.
He's average, man. He's just an average halfback. I mean, 6.4 yards per carry, 1,690 yards, average. 12 touchdowns, average. But guess what? Here's one thing I want to bring into full circle. This guy's hit 1,000 yards in his last 4 seasons, if you include this one. This is his best year of the cycle. He's hitting higher on every number. Most attempts, most yards, most average per run. Yards per run is the highest. He's got the highest long of his entire cycle at 80. He hasn't had a long higher than that. Touchdowns, he's got 12. The second highest was 11. So this guy's having what we like to call a career year at the right time because this is the last season of Madden 18.
Just in time, folks. Let's take a look at our Bleacher Report predictions. Who our Bleacher Report team thinks going to win this game between the Steelers and the Jaguars, folks. It has been split down the middle just about every time. We're looking at 3-3, 4-2. That is not the case today. Everybody's going with Lip and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Lipsburgh Steelers going to win today, according to our Bleacher Report team. Clean sweep across the board. Bomber, do you have faith? Do you think that the former 40 Days participant on Isolated and the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to come out with a win today and maybe validate a little bit their division title? Or will the Pittsburgh Steelers do what everybody's sort of expecting to happen, sort of get that bad taste out of their mouth in that Week 17 loss to the Browns, and take out a little bit of anger on Leonard Fournette and the Jacksonville Jaguars?
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to take the underdog Pittsburgh Steelers. You see how I did that? I hyped it up.
I did.
They're the underdog. They're on the road. They're playing on the road. Jacksonville's at home. Jacksonville has Daniel Shirley. Jacksonville has the better quarterback, the better halfback in this game. Am I wrong about that? On paper? On paper, Daniel Shirley is a beast. 97
That's
throw
true.
power.
On paper,
He's
he is,
7
yeah.
foot tall. Can't be stopped. I'm going Pittsburgh Steelers 30-0.
A couple things in the chat. First of all, Sonny Weaver saying Brian Vance had 9 yards to carry. Vance was the best back in the league. Okay.
Oh, does he really believe that on the smallest sample size? Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay.
I also love that Little Fish in the chat saying that he won his first playoff game today. You know who didn't win their first playoff game? I don't know if you noticed this.
Okay.
Mr. Dark Brawler, who came in and said it was his first playoff game as an excuse. Little Fish not using that excuse. He just went out and won his game. And I can say that because I know Brawler's not here because it's past 9:30 and he's asleep.
And we had that game on bonus coverage. There was actually a controversial score at the end where the Vikings, I don't know if they broke the plane. They fumbled as they were going into the end zone or slightly before it, and it gave them a extra point kick at the 20-yard line, 80 yards away, so it was a 90-yard field goal that they faked. And then here's the topper on that. Then the game just gave them the ball on the 20. So, yes, so they dove into the end zone and lost it, which would have been a touchback, right? But they counted it as a touchdown, made them kick a 90-yard extra point, which they faked and didn't get. Then they got the ball back again, and this was in the fourth quarter, which they were forced to punt by, us obviously correcting it. But I had never seen that. So a lot of people say they see stuff like that in Madden 18. First time NBL has really seen something that crazy. Maybe we did see it with Gubb once in a playoff game.
Yeah, that was.
But it wasn't like that. This was like not only like a mess up, because it was actually a fumble, in my opinion. And it shouldn't have counted the touchdown, but it did, so it gave some free points. And then not only to give them a free opportunity, 90-yard field goal, which was, a waste, but then he gave him the ball back. So it was like a 2-for-1 there. Very, very weird. Check it out.
Welcome to Madden Life, folks. There's only one way to find out if Von Isolate can get out of this unscathed, or if he's going to be bloody and bruised after this matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's to get it to playoff time. Let's get NBL Live underway. Coming up next, it's a battle of the newcomer versus the legend. It is David versus Goliath. It is the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's coming up right now here on NBL Live.
I just want to say, hey, man, this is T.O., the cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition, and you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the NBL Network. Holla.
Empty backfield for Atkins. He's been dropping back to pass here on fourth down. He's looking deep over the middle. He has a man. It's Brandon Cooks. Who catches it, makes a man miss.
Oh, that's
Woodard is dropping back. He's got open over the middle.
Wow. That big playmaker ability as he finds him again.
Into the end zone. Another touchdown. NBL Live broadcast 230 is underway here on twitch.tv/NBL Network. What a game we have in store for you tonight, folks. It is playoff time here in the NBL, the final playoffs of the Madden 18 cycle. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. I'm OSU. I'm hanging out with my man, the Commish Bomber. Bomber, it's crazy to think it is season 32 playoff time already. It's crazy to think we only have a couple more games till we're done and moving on to Madden 19. The cycle has flown by, but we're not done yet. We got some great action here on NBL Live.
Yeah, and even crazier to think this might be the last game. This is probably likely 90%, 95% the last game one of these owners will play of Madden 18. It has come, it has gone. It has been quite an experience, but here we go. First play here. Wildcard action, NBL Live broadcast 230.
And it's Daniel Shirley in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, 2 over the left, 1 to the right side. Hand off to Leonard Fournette over the right side. He's got a lot of room. He's up, juke move, tries to get around 40, but can't get there. He'll be taken down to the 39-yard line. Nice gain on first down.
Yeah, you see that Overstorm Brave. He's sending the heat early and often here for Pittsburgh. And just Leonard Fournette, he's not the fastest of foot, but he does find his way to get outside. And when he gets one-on-one with those cornerbacks and safeties, that's where he's caused a lot of damage. Very similar to Marlon Petway of the New York Giants.
Don't you hate when you refresh your stream and you get an ad? I'm staring at an advertisement right now. It's Jose Altuve. He's tiny, tiny man. I'll flip over once I actually get the game. Anything exciting happen over there?
Yeah, run on the left side.
For some reason, my sound was not matching up, by the way, with the game at all, and it was terrifying. It was just freaking me out.
2nd and 10 here for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They just ran to the left with Fournette again because when the wheels on the bus go ground and pound with Jacksonville.
Something's up with Lipstream. We're going to turn the sound down because it's about 7 seconds behind. It's horrible. 2nd and 10, pistol formation for Daniel Shirley, bunch formation 3 to the left side. And it's Shirley rolling out to the right. Looking, waiting on 2nd and 10. Looks over there. Oh, what a catch! On the right side of the field at the 40-yard line. Big play as Daniel Shirley delivering a dot to Daniels. He zoomed over there and was able to keep the feet in bounds. What a catch.
Yeah, that was a little bit of just aggressive defensive calling again. So what is happening here, the Jacksonville Jaguars are playing a lot of cover zero. The Pittsburgh Steelers, seeing a lot of hard flats. They're trying to really make Daniel Shirley have to drive the ball down the field. And so far, that was a nice throw right there, pickup of a lot.
1st and 10 for Daniel Shirley. Looks over the middle of the field. Triple coverage there. That's not the read you're looking for. The drag underneath looked like it was open, but Shirley maybe trying to bite off a little more than they can chew. Incomplete pass. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for Shirley and the offense. Yes, if anybody out there is wondering, yeah, it was not you. It's whatever the encoder is not happy with the audio on this particular stream. So we'll just turn that bad boy down. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers for Daniel Shirley. Leonard Fournette in the backfield here as we are under the 5-minute mark to go here in the first quarter. It's Shirley dropping back to pass on 2nd and 10. Waiting. Oh, it was the skinny post. It was not open. And, well, Chirfy Gooch gets to Daniel Shirley, bringing him down for a loss of 6 on the play, Bomber. And that was a case of locking in on one receiver. And when it wasn't open, it was panic time.
You know, how good are the Pittsburgh Steelers secondary and how great are their safeties? You got Jawar Forney and Sean Davis. They've been phenomenal this Madden cycle. They just stand in the box nearly 9 out of 10 times and dare you to try to throw over top of them. They do a great job recovering right there. Confuses the star quarterback number 9, Daniel Shirley.
Oh, now 3rd and 16. It's a play action. He's got to throw it. Gets it over to the left side. Look for the out route. It's caught. Oh, what a catch over there. The man coverage could not contain. And what a job by Lawrence McGowan getting there for 20 yards. And Bomber, it was 2 back-to-back plays that didn't look very good. And right there, the Jacksonville Jaguars were able to pull a rabbit out of the hat.
Yeah, when in doubt, out route, but he gets rid of it quick. The cover zero heater comes, but he's able to play action and get rid of the ball very quickly there as they go back to Leonard Fournette here to the right side. A gain of maybe a yard.
A little predictable.
2nd and 9.
You got to think that was a little predictable. You've thrown it 3 straight times. Yeah, I'd be expecting a run there, and you saw the blitzer up the middle get in the backfield, disrupt that play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 9, and Bomber, this Jacksonville Jaguar team, they sure like to throw the ball a lot, even though they have Leonard Fournette. Would you expect them to be focusing more on the run game early in this game?
You know, either way that they do it, I'm just thinking if I'm Jacksonville Jaguar fan right now, no turnovers. Shirley's been horrible. He's bottom 5 in the league inside the red zone, turning the ball over. He's got to clean that up today in this wild card round action NBL season 32.
2nd and 9. Shirley dropping back to pass. 5-man rush from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Down goes Shirley.
Baby.
Once again, as George gets his sack as Pride 1NC just subscribed for the 2nd month. Appreciate the sub, my friend. Loss of 4 on the play. The interior of that Jacksonville offensive line having trouble containing a very talented defensive line of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Absolutely. This defensive line is very aggressive, and they're bringing a lot of heat right now. Let's see if Daniel Shirley can pick it up, and these Jaguars can pick up another 3rd and long.
They get conservative. They give the ball to Leonard Fournette, who gets laid out by Ryan Shazier on the left side. He'll pick up 2 on the play, and Bomber, this is not the Pittsburgh Steelers team we have seen in the past. Last year, we saw probably their best offensive season of all time. We've seen so many seasons where the Steelers team is very powerful offensively. Maybe a little bit of a step back this year as that field goal is up and good. In past seasons, it would be bad to come away with only a field goal. What do you think is the case this season? Is a field goal okay against the Steelers offense?
Well, I think that this team still has the power, explosion, big play ability on the offensive side of the ball. Something just hasn't been right. Slightly off this season. Not really getting the yards in the passing attack that they've gotten in seasons past, but also the running game has been non-existent. They went for Amir Abdullah, their worst running performance last season, and they said, you know what, hold my beer is basically what Keel said, and he's been pathetic so far playing halfback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it just hasn't really worked out. They need to have somewhat of an offensive running attack, but it doesn't have to be too great. It doesn't have to be their primary weapon, but it has to be something, and right now it's been non-existent and putting a lot of pressure on this offensive line, and Matt Stafford, number 9 in shotgun formation here for the Steelers.
And Stafford in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. You'll see a heavy passing attack as it's a play-action pass. Stafford looks over the middle of the field. Chauncey Arnold just straight up dropped that one. Maybe got scared by that safety bearing down on him, but Arnold didn't look that one into the breadbasket. And Bomber, this was a problem for the Steelers in their last game. The wide receivers not coming up with big catches.
Yeah, we saw it last week, number 19. Chauncey Arnold right there dropping it, but with Drake Christian drop one in the end zone, that ended up being an interception last week.
And to hand up to Tyrone Keel. Oh, a little juke move to get past the defender. He'll pick up 8 on the play. And Bomber, that's the best run I've ever seen from Keel right there. Using a little shifty footwork to cut it to a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, 3rd and 2 now. This should be an easy pickup for the Steelers. I understand they have issues running the ball right now. Keel does a nice job on 2nd and long and picking up 8. This should be an easy. This is a routine play here for the Steelers upcoming. They should be able to pick up some yards and keep the chains moving.
3rd and 2 for the Steelers. Ball on the 31-yard line. Empty backfield for Matt Stafford. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side, 1 tight end on the right side of that line. Stafford surveying this Jacksonville defense. They back off on 3rd and 2. Steps up in the pocket, waiting, looks underneath, completes it to Shepard. He has a first down just past the 35 to the 37-yard line. Had to think that was coming. And that's where Pittsburgh can get dangerous, Bomber. When they get into those 3rd and shorts, you know there's always that risk of Pittsburgh going over the top, and that's what Jacksonville protected.
Yeah, they dropped into coverage. I like to think that Pittsburgh likes to go underneath. I think it's a lot safer. I think you want to test Matt Stafford and see if he can drive the ball down the field.
A little skinny post to Drake Christian, who makes a catch through the contact to the 47-yard line. Skinny post, I'll see you on the other side. As Drake Christian's first catch of the day. And Bomber, you have been begging for the rookie sensation last season to come up with a big play and get out of this sophomore slump.
Yeah, it's good to see him early making a big catch like that, especially holding on to it, as drops has been an issue for him. Route running, concentration, he just has not been consistent this year.
And Matt Stafford looks over to the left side. He finds Drake Christian on back-to-back plays down to the 32-yard line. I see in the chat a lot of people talking about Twitch Mobile. It is a problem on Twitch's end. I apologize. I would absolutely.
I'm having no issues on mobile. I'm watching.
There's something wonky going on with Twitch right now and with Xbox. Oh, the whole internet is going down. 1st and 10. As it's Matt Stafford driving back. Rush coming up the middle. He rolls out to the left side. Gets hit as he tries to throw it away. They're going to say that's an incomplete pass. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Good job downfield by Jacksonville, taking away that early slot post and finally getting some pressure on Matt Stafford.
Yeah, that user coverage is where Matt Stafford was looking. He should have just went to the out route on the right side. He also had a drag from the slot on the right side. And that's the first time we've seen them get pressure to Matt Stafford, who's been sacked a ton in NBL Season 32.
A little counterplay for Tyrone Keel, and boy, you don't have to be very good to run through that hole. He's going to walk 32 yards into the end zone. Where was the Jacksonville defense on that play? Bomber, when Tyrone Keel can take it to the house 32 yards, it's bad news bears for your defense. That is not a very good running back who made your entire defense look silly.
And this is the opportunity that the Jacksonville Jaguars need to kind of realize that the Steelers might try to exploit early in this game. They had 37 passing touchdowns, Pittsburgh as an offense, and only 6 rushing touchdowns. They always like to start the game and try to keep the defense on their toes. They run a counterplay right there, takes it to the house, and Keel gets his first touchdown in NBL Season 32 on his 54th carry.
That's not good, folks. That's not good, folks. But this Jacksonville offense is now going to have to respond after Pittsburgh scores in an unlikely way. With that rushing touchdown, 32 yards from Tyrone Keel, puts it at a 7-3 ball game. Daniel Shirley back out on offense. He's under center. Leonard Fournette in the backfield. 2 wide receivers. It's going to be a toss play to Fournette over the right side. He's got a lot of Pittsburgh defenders he's got to get around, and he's going to get around none of them, only picking up 1 on the play. Jacksonville may be getting a little predictable. A lot of first down runs for Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, you have to see them just utilize Leonard Fournette also in the passing attack. And by that, I mean not necessarily throwing to him, but a play action on first down might be the way to go and take a shot down the field if you're Jacksonville, because they are expecting that run on first down to Fournette. The wheels on the bus go ground and pound in Jacksonville, but let's try not to be just that much more predictable so far. You got to be just a little bit confusing on the offensive end, because the defense is going to start picking up these tendencies.
Now 2nd and 9, pistol formation for Daniel Shirley. 39 seconds and counting here. In the first quarter, 2 wide receivers going to be a play-action pass. Shirley's looking downfield. Shirley's taking a deep shot down the left side, looking for Lawrence McGowan. Does he have it? He goes up. He brings it down at the 26-yard line. What a play. What a throw. And Lawrence McGowan quietly having a fantastic season. He pulls down one of those Daniel Shirley deep bombs.
Lawrence McGowan has a lot of talent. He was a top 10 pick from NBL season 31 rookie draft. I mean, this kid right now is leading this team, 46 catches, 882 yards, and 7 touchdowns, and he's been hurt. He's been hurt. Last year as a rookie, he had 1,300 yards. Whoa. He's definitely a big-time threat.
Injury on the play. Is that Bud Dupree? 40, I think that was Bud Dupree down.
Yeah, that's Bud Dupree.
He hit Daniel Shirley so hard he hurt himself. As we'll find out what happened on that play. 2nd and 10. Shotgun formation for Daniel Shirley, bunch formation. 3 to the right, 1 over the left side. Leonard Fournette to the left of Daniel Shirley. Look for the handoff here on 2nd down. Nope, they're going to throw it on 2nd and 10. Waiting, looking, waiting. Throws it over the middle. He finds Brock. Brock getting towards the end zone. He'll be taken down at the 1-yard line. Bradley Brock, the former Brock Bagok, down to the 1-yard line.
And you want to know why Daniel Shirley makes those throws? It's the gift and the curse. This kid has 97 throw power. So when in doubt, he airs it out and he squeezes it between 3 Steelers defenders in kind of a thing where the Steelers defense was in such a great position before that ball was let go. They probably were like, oh no, did he really just throw that? Did he just throw that? It caught him off guard and they ended up making a catch. And nice run after the catch from Bradley Brock.
Bradley Brock on 1st and goal. Quick 3-step drop. Shirley throws it to the out route. Oh my God.
Oh, run a slant, man.
Why did he take the hand the ball off?
Oh my, huh?
You have Leonard Fournette hand the ball off. What are you doing?
Yeah, you have Leonard Fournette.
You have Leonard Fournette.
It looked like a cover 0. Run the slant. Why run a route that goes away from the receiver?
Well, that's why this guy has won only 1 division title here in this cycle. As Leonard Fournette on the Wildcat, well, right there, you just guaranteed it was going to be some sort of run, and Pittsburgh was able to stop that. So, top-notch play calling on the side of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, head-scratching. I mean, what is this team's record? What are they, like 8-7-1 or something? Exactly?
Yes.
They're going to run it here again and get stopped. I'm calling it.
Well, I formation for Shirley. Fournette at the top of the I. They backed up 1 yard since they got down to the 1. It's going to be a handoff to Leonard Fournette. Yeah, he's absolutely stopped at the 2-yard line. So
yeah, when you're somebody like Daniel Shirley and you throw the ball on the 1-yard line, for some reason they should have ran it there, and you throw a pass that's just completely dropped by the defense, you know that the offensive coordinator has no confidence in Daniel Shirley the rest of the time. He's just been too inconsistent. Former 1st overall pick, NBL season 27. And it's just, NBL season 28, excuse me. It's just, you just don't want to go back to that because that was such a horrific throw. It made no sense why he hot-routed an out route over there. He just stretched out. I
don't understand the hot. Okay, so an out route, great against man coverage. Slant route, also great against man coverage.
And slant route much better when you're in a compact set at the 1-yard line when he doesn't have to worry about what's behind him. He's going to jump that out route.
Baffling to say the least, as Keel gets carried over to the right side, and, you had 1 great run, but right there, you're not getting anything. No gain on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10, 7-6, your score, Bomber. Jacksonville get very lucky to get 3 points out after that horrendous throw by Daniel Shirley.
And that might have been the ball game. Jacksonville, this team does not have much fight in them, guys. When they get down and get down early, you just never see that comeback fight from this team. That's been their Achilles heel this entire cycle. Let's see if they can make a big play here defensively.
And it's Matt Stafford dropping back, rolling out to the left side, and he's going to get taken down at the 19-yard line. Kendall coming off the left side with a big sack on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd and 16, and Bomber, for many teams, this would be just run the ball and be conservative. That's not what the Pittsburgh Steelers do. This team can convert these 3rd and longs.
Absolutely, but you notice something with Matt Stafford there. As he tried to get out of the pocket, instead of looking downfield, he had a man in the flat wide open. His head is looking right in front of him. He does not trust his offensive line, and for good reason. This man has been sacked over 50 times again this season. He's really just in trouble behind that line of scrimmage.
3rd and 16, and Stafford dropping back, 4-man rush from the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's looking to the C route and is caught by Drake Christian. And boy, Peterson, you, sir, should probably just go somewhere else because that was some horrible coverage over the top. It's a first down for the Pittsburgh Steelers, making that one look easy.
Yeah, that's the play where you want Patrick Peterson to kind of jump that route, but he doesn't. The possession catch from number 17, Drake Christian, who had a sophomore slump, but is trying to come out of his slump into the playoffs now. He definitely had a down year, but don't count this team out. They still have a lot of explosive weapons at this wide receiver core.
1st and 10 for Stafford and the Pittsburgh Steelers. 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end out there for Stafford. He drops back to pass. Blitz picked up nicely by the offensive line. He'll find Javier Howard underneath, right at the 45-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the play. And Bomber, on that last play where we saw the C route, Jacksonville came out in a cover 6. That's an interesting call to come out on a 3rd and long.
Yeah, it really does leave a lot of it's kind of a unique zone to call, but it does have some major flaws in which you could pretty much give away a layup like they did. They ran a C route, and it was so open, easy pitch and catch there from Matt Stafford.
On 2nd and 4, quick throw to the seam to Chauncey Arnold. Oh, and he dropped that one too. Boy, Chauncey Arnold not having a great game early in this one, as that was a nice read, a quick throw, and it just didn't look it into his hands again, and Matt Stafford being let down by his wide receiver core.
Yeah, a little hesitant on the catch there by Javier Howard, and the 88 throw power, Matt Stafford taking just a little bit longer to get it there as they run the Saints under, and they look for those seam routes inside slot on the right side, and just it was open for a split second. Javier Howard just didn't trust he wasn't going to get lit up when he caught that ball.
3rd and 4, and Stafford driving back to pass on 3rd down, waiting, looking, looks over to the right side. He finds Javier Howard, who spins past the defender, and he turns on the burners, taken down at the 18-yard line. But once again, the Jacksonville defense victimized on 3rd down, and Pittsburgh, they're in the red zone.
If you don't get pressure to Matt Stafford, this is what he's going to do to you. Right there, he made 3 reads. He saw the drag. He saw the dig from the tight end. Then he had a late developing route, which was a post route deep down the field. He stepped into it, made a nice read. And wow, Javier Howard really changes direction and puts that spin move on. Great after the catch, like all the receivers are for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And now on 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line, Stafford dropping back. It's a quick screen to the right side. Howard catches it. I don't really know how he got that ball. There was a lot of traffic over there. There's man coverage, but he still found a way to pick up 5. Didn't see who got hurt on that play, but that's a play that Jacksonville should have because man coverage against a wide receiver screen should be pretty good.
More importantly, they're not getting any pressure to really Matt Stafford. I mean, a couple sacks, but this is a guy that we're used to seeing go down a lot.
Where's
the offensive
Grant
line doing a good job protecting him.
Yeah, on 2nd and 5, Stafford dropping back. Looks over the middle of the field. High pass it to Balogun, who skies over the defender and pulls down a touchdown. What a throw from Matt Stafford, and some more poor pass defense from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Bomber, that route was covered and covered well. It's just that the big fella doesn't turn his big old head around to find the football. It's an easy touchdown for the big tight end.
That's just Matt Stafford trusting his tight end, too, knowing that he has a step on the defender. And even though the defender's kind of draped on him, he knows the athleticism from the linebacker core of Jacksonville, especially into pass coverage. It's not that good, and right there he takes advantage of it.
14-6, your score is that juke move didn't juke anybody. There wasn't even anybody in front of him. Now we can see the Jacksonville offense come back out, Bomber. 2 field goals, but they're probably lucky to get at least the second one. Should have been a pick 6 the other way. What are you looking to see from Daniel Shirley in the offense?
Daniel Shirley right now, I need to see a little bit of more Leonard Fournette, but let's utilize him. Maybe a little play action here and not run the ball on 1st down.
1st and 10, 2:55 to go here in the first half. Pistol formation for Daniel Shirley. Nope, they're going to throw it on 1st and 10. Waiting, looking, nobody open. Shirley should take off, but he's going to launch it down the field. That's picked off by Jawar Forney. It's going the other way, and Pittsburgh an opportunity here. Oh, Forney's just too fast. Shirley the only one back. Shirley! Well, he actually gets caught by Leonard Fournette with a nice pursuit. They're down to the 11-yard line. Bomber, where was that throw going?
Yeah, I'm questioning why, Daniel Shirley just doesn't keep it simple and just run the ball. He was outside of the pocket. He had all kinds of time. He had the space. Why not just take off and run and take the yards?
1st and 10 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2 tight ends out there. 1 wide receiver on the left side. Man coming in motion here on 1st down. Keel at the top of that eye on 1st and 10. Play action pass. Stafford looking. He finds Bram underneath down to the 8-yard line. Daniel Shirley also will not be able to return to this game with that shoulder strain. So,
and the hope that the Jacksonville Jaguars had coming into this game, as minimal as it was, a little bit smaller now, knowing that their star quarterback is not going to be able to return to this game. NBL Live broadcast 2:30.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta put this over on the main screen. This might be the funniest thing I've ever seen. JYR Graphics Guy already sent me the completed bracket with the Pittsburgh Steelers winning. 10 out of 10, JY. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. 3rd and 2 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pistol formation. Handoff to Keel right up the middle, who decides that instead of hitting that hole and getting the first down, he'd run into the backside of his right tackle. He's going to be taken down short of the line to gain. It's going to bring up a 4th and 1.
Well, you hold him to 3 here. It's going to be 17-6, pending this field goal going in and then not roughing the kicker. It's up and it's good. That's a positive there, holding them to just 3, but losing Daniel Shirley, what seems to be like a huge loss and a big-time blow for this team. Don't sleep on Wooden over here. Wooden has 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a 102.4 QBR. He only has 84 throw power, 83 short, 80 medium, 75 deep.
I'm sorry, what was that throw power number?
It's low, 84, but that's actually better. The vision for the Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback core is not good. So a 97 throw power makes you think you can do things that you can't. In example, what we just saw. Maybe this kind of reels him in and goes back to a Leonard Fournette style offense where you're using play action and the running game to kind of drive the ball down the field.
What are the chances that if for some reason the Jacksonville Jaguars don't find a way to come back in this one, we hear an excuse about Daniel Shirley getting hurt from Ola Isolated?
Oh, 0.
0?
It should be 0. I'm not going to hear it.
It was bad. He'll mute it. 1st and 10 for Jeremiah Wooden and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Fournette to his right, and you hand that off to him on 1st down. Get Fournette a couple carries. He's going to fumble it, but right into the hands of one of the tight ends, it looks like. 9 yards on the play. Heads up play, a little lucky that didn't get turned over.
Yeah, there's the fumble from Leonard Fournette. He does it in big games. Well, at least you get the ball back, and it's only a 2nd and 1 now.
One high safety, Fournette going in motion. Wooden just got clobbered as he throws it up to McGowan again, and Jawar Forney's going to come up with a 2nd pick of the game. Well, folks, a minute 25 to go. We appreciate you tuning into the final NBL live game of the Jacksonville Jaguars ever again, period, as long as Unisolated is the owner, because we're done with this cycle, and that's how it goes. Pittsburgh's 2nd interception of the day, the 2nd for Jawar Forney. And, hey, Bomber, what you got going on in life? Because
the screenplay was wide open. What was the deal there? I mean, the guy goes in motion, he's wide open, and you just decide to take a shot down the field with 84 throw power. It really doesn't make sense.
So, when do the Pittsburgh Steelers just sit everybody to make sure no injuries happen?
Oh, I don't think they're going to do that. And hopefully they make it interesting for us, but like I said, Jacksonville...
I think Lip wants that 50 burger.
It could happen. It definitely could happen.
2nd and 10 play action pass for Matt Stafford. He'll look to the post route. He'll find Javier Howard, who gets absolutely laid into. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. What a hit over the middle. Howard lucky to be getting up from that play.
Yeah, that was a tough throw right there from Matt Stafford. Not really. It was a really routine throw, but the safety almost baited Matt Stafford. He said, throw it. I'm about to light this guy up. He comes down and rocks Javier Howard, who's been hit twice. Pretty tough so far. 3rd and 10. Let's see if the Steelers just can find their way to get out of this little rut they're in now. Empty
backfield Stafford. He's got a man open. He's got 2 men open. Chauncey Arnold comes up with the catch at the 43-yard line. He'll get the 1st down. Stafford 10 of 15. 133 to start this game. Bomber, the one thing that can be said about the Pittsburgh Steelers, there are some teams who'd be up like this. They'd see the starting quarterback go down. They'd see how bad the other player was playing. They'd take their foot off the gas. I don't think Lip knows how to take his foot off the gas.
Yeah, and I don't think he should. I think he needs to develop rhythm. If he wins, he plays the Browns next week. So right now, he just needs to figure it all out. Nice catch.
Oh, what a catch by Drake Christian. Well, you've been begging for him to show up. Bomber, this might be his quinceañera. He showed up today, and he's made some big catches for this Pittsburgh Steelers offense.
He sure has, man. And I'll tell you what, if you guys aren't getting too much enjoyment out of this slaughtering that's about to happen with the Steelers slaughtering these Jaguars, you're going to want to check out Steelers versus Browns next week. We covered that game on NBL Live recently. It was a tremendous game down to the end for the division. I think the Steelers got a little bit left to say about these to the Cleveland Browns. As I said, I thought the Steelers would come away with the win. They didn't, as Stafford goes down there with the sack. But I think this playoff game is going to be one to remember. Definitely one we want to get here on NBL Live.
Yeah, when are we looking at? We're looking at Super Bowl next Tuesday. Is that what we're looking at, roughly?
I thought we said the 19th.
19th?
Isn't that the last day? Huh?
It'll not be the 19th. It'll be the 18th. Be that Wednesday.
Okay. Oh, 18th.
Yeah.
Probably.
2nd and 20. Stafford steps up, finds Shepard underneath, who is running, spin the move, and he's still going. 10-5 touchdown Steelers. 33 seconds to go. Shepard showing up the wheels. Little bit of the spin cycle and a bit of scoring for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, that's just too easy right there. Every time you get into a 2nd and long, all it seems like you're doing is just giving up everything you got from a first down play, and which was positive. You give it right back on 2nd down, and right there, they give up a touchdown. We're talking 50 burger, right? And before, when you said that it was 17-6, now it's 24-6. If we multiply it times 2, we just do simpleton math here, which I think they're at an incline where they're scoring much more now than they were at the beginning because the give-up Jacksonville Jaguars are in full effect. It's 48. It's pretty close.
How do you like your 50 burgers? Like a medium rare or more closer to a medium?
Yeah, I'm more. I
like mine medium. I'm a medium well, actually.
I'm a medium rare kind of guy.
Okay.
But I mean, 50
Wildcat.
burgers are so good, and the meat is so profound, and there's going to be a Wildcat touchdown to Fournette. Well, there's one thing he can still do good, and that's get some Wildcat touchdowns. Oh, he's going to highlight
settle
on
down.
them, baby.
Well,
Go
now
for 2. Flip still hasn't figured out how to stop the Wildcat, guys.
Boy, I will be interested. That is one of the things going into Madden 19. I haven't really tested a lot of that stuff with the beta, with what we did at EA Play, but I am thoroughly curious to see what the defensive logic is in Madden 19 with the Wildcat, with like those swing screens. Swing screens was much better this year than last year, but the Wildcat, it seems like if you come out in the Wildcat and you don't use her like a deep safety.
I just run commit to the side every time.
Even when you run commit sometimes, it's just like, well, everybody gets clogged up and you're outside.
Yeah, well, I run commit and then I'll use her the safety at the top, and I'll just make sure that's like my last resort, like my relief, just in case. They're going to come 5 wide on here. Expect. Oh, man, I don't like this defense either.
What is it? What are they?
Jaguars might be in trouble here.
1st and 10. They showed the double A gap, which was an odd choice. He finds Javier Howard off the scene.
He's going to highlight on the lip.
Dance on him, baby! Touchdown, Steelers. Oh, folks, stick around for the continued dancing adventures. What
a stupid defense. I mean, he just finds himself in a situation where he's going to get the block here. Everything's going to go Jacksonville way right now.
Hey, going the other way.
He's going to highlight
dance on him, baby. I want to see the dance at the 5-yard line. 10-5. There it is. He was ponying into the end zone. It's a 2-score game.
And mind you, it's 30-15. It's only a 2-score game, but let's also bring up the fact that Jacksonville has been very fortunate. They got a Wildcat touchdown.
Yep.
And then they get a blocked extra point that gets 2. I mean, right there, that's 9 points of their 15 that you can say are completely luck. And Pittsburgh has been 30 points, and it's been just completely skill. So
luck, a little queso. I mean, a little bit of everything.
There we go.
Yeah. And now we're doing lineup changes for the Jaguars. 30-15 your score. I can safely say a lot of people saw the point differential like this, a 15-point game at halftime. Some people saw it a little more. I don't think anybody quite saw the half going like this. It's been a weird, especially somebody said the last 45 seconds. It was Colonel Sanders says these past 45 seconds, LMAO. That's one way to say it. It's been an odd 45 seconds.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, the amount of points we just saw in the last 45 seconds, we saw 7, another 7. No, we saw actually 8. So we just saw 15 points there put on the board really quickly at the end of the half. It was 17-6, and now we're looking at a 30-15 game.
Bananas in the chat
came a little bit earlier than that.
Bananas in the chat says nickel double A gap versus 5 wide empty backfield. Smart.
He put everybody in the box and just relied on them just to backpedal and abort basically the entire positioning they had pre-snap as a big hit right there laid on Javier Howard. As Patrick Peterson might be his last year in the league. Regardless, when we do the 5-year sim, we might see a Patrick Peterson retirement. He's laying the wood right now. He's definitely laying the hammer. Big shout out to DB, a.k.a. Mr. One and Done.
The hammer himself, Mr. One and Done, AAA DB. 2nd and 4. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Handed off to Tyrone Keel right up the middle. even he's having a nice day as he gets, I think he had enough for the first down. They might call him just short. Nope, they'll give him the first down. 6 carries, 51 yards for Keel, 30-15 your score. Hey, Bomber, why don't you tell the people, what is this 5-year sim we keep talking about?
All right, so the 5-year sim, which is going to be on July 24th, you're going to be able to watch us go 5 years into the future. That means 5 years past this NBL season 32. It's going to be strictly for entertainment purposes. They're going 5 wide here again. This might be another big play. I know Jacksonville's scared right now. Here we go. Oh, he drops it. All right, so basically the 5-year sim, we're going to go 5 years into the future simulating. It'll be about a 4-hour stream. You're going to be on that stream, right? I know you're leaving here. It's July 24th. I don't know if you're going to be there.
That is the day I fly back.
So that might be tough.
It might be tough, but we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see how it goes.
I want to be on it. I would love to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a 4-hour stream. Me, Lip, Sonny, hopefully OSU. And we're going to take our teams, and we're going to remove everybody from the league. And I think I'll be the only team left. We're going to turn trades on. CPU Phil on my team exactly. And we're going to run it 5 years and see how you guys' teams do. And we're going to crown a winner at the end of it. There's going to be 5 votes, 1 for each one of us and for the crowd. As nice, just a little slant there. Man, just pathetic.
Boy, that
defense here for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That slant route looked actually pretty good. It would have been great on the end zone at the 1-yard line, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. Or you could have hot routed to an out route and throw it to the defender. That's always an opportunity, though.
That is a choice. I don't know if that's the right choice. Actually, I do know that's not the right choice. 1st and 10, Stafford driving back. Blitz picked up nicely, but Stafford finally found the tight end standing alone on the sidelines. 16 of 22, 305, and 3 touchdowns. Bomber, that's in the first half. A pretty good day so far for
they've been wide open pitch and catches. I have not seen anything. Even on these 3rd and longs, he's just running a C route on the left side, and it's just wide open. It's so easy, and it's probably because the 33-year-old Patrick Peterson has lost every ounce of athleticism that he had.
3-man rush from the Jacksonville Jaguars. So no pressure whatsoever, and Matt Stafford finds Javier Howard once again and again, Bomber. It was another one of those easy pitch and catches. They're not putting any pressure on a guy who has been sacked. I think this is the most he's been sacked in his entire career. He has been on his back more than, I would use a metaphor here, but we're a PG channel. Nonetheless, though, the Jacksonville Jaguars, what is a pretty good defensive line, has not been able to get to Stafford.
Well, actually, he's been sacked just a little bit less than he did last year, which was his career high. This is his second highest. Yeah. He got sacked 55 times this season, 62 in NBL season 31. So, yeah, Matt Stafford has been just eluding pass rushers this entire season.
30 yards for a touchdown. Tyrone Keel getting into it. Let's see in the chat, will we see a hashtag 50 burger today as Pittsburgh goes up 36-15. Hey, guys, you saw all those cuts right there. You're not going to be able to do that as much in Madden 19. But while we got Madden 18 around, might as well take advantage as Pittsburgh extends into a 22-point lead.
Yeah, definitely some just quick cuts to the outside with a speedy halfback in Keel. But, man, this game has been over for so long. It just really seems like is Jacksonville going to even make it somewhat interesting for us by maybe doing something really goofy or making a big dog play and showing that they have a little life. But this has been a team that gets down and pretty much quits throughout the entire cycle. We have not seen a team that really can come back and establish a drive and establish creating momentum. You just don't see that. Either everything goes their way or they're going to struggle.
1st and 10, Jeremiah Warden throwing the same swing screen out to Leonard Fournette. They get 3 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 7.
And here we go for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They got their backup quarterback in. Daniel Shirley's out. He's going to be a free agent at the end of this year. And you know what that means? That means the 5-year sim, someone might pick him up.
2nd and 7 for Wooden in the shotgun formation. No Daniel Shirley went out in the second quarter. They're running the screen the other way, or they're going to hand this off. No, it's going to hand off to Leonard Fournette right up the middle. Fournette, you see that rushing number, you might think, wow, he's having a great game. 11 carries, 115 yards. Well, 80 of that was on a wild card touchdown. Other than that, Bomber, Pittsburgh's done a real nice job of containing the number 1 running back in the NBL.
Yeah, absolutely they have. And Leonard Fournette really reminds me of kind of like a Barry Sanders, Detroit Lions, NFL kind of thing. He's just been trapped in this city that has utilized him and used him and pounded him to the ground. But he just really hasn't had much success other than that because they just can't put it together in the air.
And yes, again, their star quarterback, Daniel Shirley, went out in the second quarter with a shoulder strain. So Jeremiah Wooden in at quarterback. And, well, they've done about the same without Shirley as they did with him. They're down 22 here in the third quarter. Shotgun formation for Wooden. 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends. Leonard Fournette to his right. Now to his left. because you got to flip that bad boy. As Missy Elliott would say, put that thing down, flip it, and reverse it. 2nd and 11. They find McGowan underneath. He's up to the 40. Juke move, but it'll be taken down at the 36-yard line. First completion for Jeremiah Wooden. That wasn't to the other team.
Yeah, nice throw. Well, he did have a swing pass to the halfback just a couple plays ago. But Jawar Forney right there. This is a guy that's got 99 zone coverage, and he can also lay the wood down as you see a big hit right there on McGowan.
And now it's Wooden dropping back on 1st and 10. Lobs it out to Brock. He'll get a first down. He went for the hurdle. I mean, at this point, why not? I mean, just hit whatever button you can. You're down 22. Might as well go for the big play. Another first down. Boy, where was this Knights conservative offense in the first half?
Yeah, you'd like to see it. Maybe if they just could have hung around and had their defense make a big play, we might be talking something completely different right now, but they tried to get ultra aggressive, 2 bombs back-to-back that resulted in interceptions for no reason.
Play action. Oh, man, that guy got faked out the entire way. Then the user just didn't jump up and pick that bad boy off. So Daniels with the catch at the 2-yard line. Bomber, will we see another slant route, hot routed to an out route and almost picked off?
Well, what you want to do is instead of bringing the receiver to you so you can zip it in there, put him away from you and allow the defender to jump underneath the route is exactly what you want to do
it's a bold
if you are the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, they're going to hand it off to Leonard Fournette. Well, wait a second. Oh, he danced it. Down 22. Why not?
Hey, you got to love it for Jacksonville. They're having all kinds of fun. They didn't expect to even be close in this game. So 21 points right now feels like they just won the lottery 3 times.
Wooden empty backfield, 5 wide receivers going for 2 here after the touchdown by Leonard Fournette. He walked into the end zone. Quick drop here. Wooden waiting, looks in the back of the end zone, throws it directly to Barrett. I mean, there wasn't even a chance for anybody in Jacksonville colors to catch that ball. So they'll stay down 16.
The defense needs to make a play here. It's a 16-point game, OSU, and I know it's crazy to think this, but a big turnover, a pick 6, we might see something crazy here happen, or Matt Stafford's going to quickly drive down the field and score once again. Yeah. But maybe, just maybe,
you never know.
Something crazy happens. You never know.
We've seen weird stuff here on NBL Live. Hey, while we got a moment here in the third quarter, I want to give a big shout out to our graphic sponsor, Web3KS.com. They do a ton of work for our entire NBL network, including the overlays you see here on NBL Live. And if you or anyone you know needs graphics done for a affordable price, hit up Web3KS.com. Let them know NBL sent you. You'll get a 15% discount on your entire order. Web3KS.com, the leaders in affordable graphic design. Boy, even the tight ends are making these quick cornerbacks look silly out there. But I thought the secondary, Unisolated has been always talking about how good the secondary is. With Jalen Ramsey, with the talent they have, they're being picked apart, and it's not even close today.
Yeah, it hasn't looked good. They haven't been good against the run either, as Keel gets stopped right there. 8 rushes, 79 yards, 2 touchdowns. But, man, offensively, they can go into a 2nd and 12, 2nd and 21, and they're just basically breaking them off deep down the field. And if you don't get pressure to Matt Stafford, this is what he's going to do to you. He's just going to pick you apart. He's going to pick where he wants to go, and there's going to be nothing your defense is going to be able to do about it in coverage.
So what you're saying is they haven't been good against the run. They haven't been good against the pass. The defense just hasn't been good in general, I guess would be. That's all the parts of the defense.
Absolutely.
As it's 2nd and 12, let's see if the Jags defense can come up with a big play. There's still plenty of time left. They're only down 2 scores. 3 wide receivers. For Matt Stafford, he dropped back to pass, dumped this off underneath to Tyrone Keel, just past the 45 to the 47-yard line. Matt Stafford, 19 to 25, 339, 3 touchdowns. A far cry from Bomber when in Week 17, Stafford looked a little erratic against the Cleveland Browns.
My only concern is they're going to play the Browns next, and this is probably not a good warm-up game. This very soft defense of the Jacksonville Jaguars, who's been pretty pathetic so far here. 3rd and 6. Let's see what Stafford can do.
3rd and 6. Howard coming in motion. 2 wide receivers over to the left side. And Stafford dropping back to pass. 4-man rush from the Jaguars. Has a man all sorts of open. It's Chauncey Arnold once again. And boy, Chauncey Arnold is having himself a game. Another first down for the Pittsburgh Steelers. As Arnold, 2 catches on the day. Howard has had, I think, 7 catches on the day. Drake Christian has 5 catches on the day. I have a couple catches thrown from Matt Stafford. It's been a good day for this offense of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It certainly has, and it's been soft coverage. Matt Stafford has been upright. He's been delivering the ball where it needs to be. And right there, where was the user there? Over the middle of the field, he wasn't. And even if he was, he would have just waited and split the safeties. Just a bad coverage, bad call. The defensive coordinator for the Jacksonville Jaguars, I'll be surprised to see if he has a job in the NBL come NBL season 33.
1st and 10, handoff to Tyrone Keel, right up the middle, stumbling and bumbling, breaks free of a tackle, gets up to the 32-yard line. Hey, Bob, I've noticed another pattern. Everybody talks about patterns in the Pittsburgh Steelers, about how all of their wide receivers are tiny, tiny people. The other thing I've noticed, like every single one of their wide receivers have last names that are first names. You got Howard.
Okay.
You got Christian. All right. You got Arnold. Those are all last name, first name. That's why I mix them up all the time. Because I just see a bunch of first names out. Oh, my God. Drake Christian should be in the end zone. Patrick Peterson somehow got back to him.
I got to look up Patrick Peterson's stats right now. It's really starting to bother me how this guy's even on the field. I mean, he's obviously an older gentleman at this point. No disrespect to Patrick Peterson currently, but he had 3 picks this year. He spent most of his career with the Arizona Cardinals. He's 33 years old, 82 acceleration, 87 agility. His coverages are down. He's 80 zone, 83 man. I mean, this is not the same player out of box.
Also, Tyrone Keele, who we saw in Week 17, was absolute garbage, is today looking like Leonard Fournette, as he has 88 yards and a couple touchdowns. He's going to get another carry here on 2nd and 3. And finally, the Jacksonville Jaguars defense decided that tackling him would be a good plan. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. 4:53 and counting to go in this one. We'll have our NBA Live player of the game at the conclusion of this game. Safe to say it probably won't be a Jacksonville Jaguar, but you never know. 3rd and 4, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers from Matt Stafford. He's got Keel in the backfield. 3-step drop, waiting, looking, surgical, finds Javier Howard. Another touchdown as they're dancing in the back of the end zone as that 50 burger. Bomber, I don't know. I can smell it on the grill. The 50 burger is cooking right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And you want to know what they did right there? They were on the 2-3 yard line, 4 yard line.
Yeah,
they had a slant on the left side and a slant on the right side.
Yeah.
So let's go back to Jacksonville when they had an opportunity to take a lead there. They had a slant on the left side and then 2 routes on the right side that were nothing that they switched to an out route on the left side. So they didn't have any slants.
I didn't see any out routes from the Pittsburgh Steelers on that play.
No, absolutely not. Why would you see an out route 3 yards from the line of scrimmage? Unless you're feeling like maybe it's going to be some soft zone and you got something else working in. But if you got one receiver there, why send him to the sideline with nowhere else to go? At least the slant will cross the field.
Are you still honoring that 40 days diploma, or has that been thrown away at this point?
That class is buried. Actually, I think Serpent's going to be on it for next Madden.
Oh, that'll be good. Good for Serp. 1st and 10. Handoff to Leonard Fournette right up the middle. He'll get a nice gain there up to the 38-yard line.
That's not Fournette. That's Barry Sanders. That's power back Barry Sanders. He's just buried on a team that if they make the playoffs, this is what you get. A 44-21 slaughtering of your team in which you have a pretty decent game with no quarterback help. Turnovers galore. And that just seems like the franchise he's a part of. Feel sorry for him.
Rusta Busta in the chat saying, I knew it was a gamble taking the Jags by 3. Is it really a gamble when there was no
by
chance
3? Why not by 30? Since you're already there, why not give them a blowout?
Ridiculous. Yeah,
it's just the same. Why not be insanely right?
Handoff to Fournette on the left side. And see, I know how this is going, okay? So the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to lose by $1 billion or something like that. But we're going to hear on Iceland talking about how good Leonard Fournette is because look at all his yards on the game. And, the Pittsburgh defense has backed off, and he had 80 on one Wildcat play. I have no doubt. I think Leonard Fournette right now, Bomber, is a top 3 running back in the league. I'm just not that impressed by this game.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Leonard Fournette, and he has good yards.
Yeah.
But it's the Barry effect. I mean, it doesn't really equate into winning, and a lot of it comes at trash time, and maybe it comes when you're down 21-3, you get a big-time run. How much does it really mean to the outcome of the game? Yeah. They're kind of just saying, we're going to let Leonard Fournette eat, and we're just going to shut down the passing attack.
Quick flag down on the play. Wouldn't throw it up to the end. Oh, my. McGowan goes up and catches it. It's coming back,
It's holding.
Here's my thing.
So
I'm just wondering.
The idiot thought he had a free play. It was obviously holding on the offense, right? I mean, did you see anything? Unless he saw an offsides.
Nope, there was no offsides. No,
I mean, what made him think he had a free play?
I don't know.
A free play.
Here's all I'm saying: if I was Mr. Ripper, the co-commissioner of the NBL, owner of the Pittsburgh Steelers, I decline that penalty and go, I don't care if you have a touchdown, I want my 50 burger. As it's a little PAFK quick, and it gets them 5 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9. Jacksonville looking to salvage this game and make it look a little better than it actually was.
Yeah, they need a lot of onside kicks, a lot of fumbles, a lot of just luck. And I don't know if they got it here with Wood and with 3:14 left. Broadcast number 230. Your 200th broadcast has been a snooze fest.
I'm so happy I'm here. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, man. I thought it would be better. No, not really.
I would love to tab somebody in the NBL, because again, we talk about it's the 200 broadcast. My first broadcast was 30, but I obviously haven't done all 200 broadcasts since then. I would love to hire just one person. I'd love to give him like $20 to go through every NBL live and keep track of, like, just give me a number as to how many each person has done, because I'm curious. I'm pretty sure you and I, Bomber, are up here, but Sonny also has done a ton. And then I'm curious who of the other cavalcade of people, like the people I've forgotten, actually did NBL Live, because we've had a lot of people try out their chops on NBL Live.
Yeah, we have. I mean, there's probably a lot of check-ins in attendance. Maybe not a ton of performance underneath. It looks like Brock's close. Oh, they give it to... See, that's one thing last Madden.
George, by the way, I don't know if you saw that, but that was the talented defensive tackle, George, abdominal tear for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's a big loss against the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, Charlton George is much bigger as the fireworks going off here in Jacksonville. Yeah, this is a home game for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Why not just kick the extra point here?
Quick and he gets stood up. You can't run that against the Steelers. That's the lip play.
You got to break it outside. I mean, look what you saw. Look what he saw. The guy was in the box. He was dead to rights if you go outside. Now they're down 17. Why not just kick the extra point?
50 burger.
I think it's coming. 2:42 left. You got 44 points on the board. You're only up 17 right now. One more touchdown is the nail in the coffin. Definitely no reason why.
Come on, just play action. Hey, everyone put in the chat exactly how do you like your 50 burger cook? As Keel's got some room on the right side. He's up to the 20. He's breaking tackle down to the 17-yard line. They're in the red zone, and Tyrone Keel, the garbage running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Bomber, has 115 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground.
Yeah, you know how this usually plays out? If we played one more season, Keel would be in free agency, and you know who would sign him?
Sonny?
No, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Gotcha. Yep,
they would think he is some superstar in the making who had his only prominent game against this Jacksonville Jaguar defense, who was soft coverage the whole night. If you want to describe the Jacksonville Jaguars defense tonight, you say soft coverage. I mean, even in the passing game, the running game, they were non-existent, but they just were not there. It just didn't seem like they were the aggressors.
2-minute warning. They've handed the ball off twice. Bomber, I'm starting to lose faith that we're going to find that 50 burger. I want one. I'm hungry right now. I'm a big dude. I need some food. I need to be filled with that 50 burger.
Yeah, I don't know if it's happening. It looks like Lips probably just kind of nailing it in here. Is going to end this game.
Just, Lip, remember all the dancing that happened. Just remember that and use that to fuel your anger. 3rd and 8. I formation, 2 tight ends, 1 wide receiver out there for Matt Stafford under center. He's got Tyrone Keel at the top of that I. It is a handoff to Keel over the right side. He is taken down at the 16-yard line. Jacksonville takes a timeout. Boy, fake the field goal. Please fake it. That's all I want in life. I just want to see a fake field goal.
Maybe you get a block and they pick it up and run it in. I mean, there's an option right there. And the Steelers, I mean.
Roughing the kicker. And accept that penalty. Oh, accept it. Don't take the field goal. Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh!
Yeah, the 50 burgers ruined. Broadcast 230.
It's my 200th broadcast. Give me the 50 burger I want.
He wants to eat here on the 200th broadcast for OSU, and I don't think he's going to get to.
I was hoping.
I think they're going to leave you hungry at the end of this game.
I'm feeling I'm not satiated at all.
Tell Jacksonville and Unisolated to come take a seat because he's done.
Hey,
who's
making the dean's list from this particular game?
Oh man, I don't even know.
You know who I would mark out? You know who for me is? Where in the blue hell has Jalen Ramsey been? He didn't guard anybody today, and he's supposed to be pretty good.
Yep. He was bad. Patrick Peterson was just as bad, but we didn't see anything positive on Jalen Ramsey's side. It looked like he had two Patrick Petersons out there. Yeah, 1 tackle. It's just been a non-existent game for a team that just has no fight in them. And that's why I think we always deep down liked when the Titans were in here, because if it was the Jaguars, once they get down, it's pretty much game over.
Unisolated in the chat says Ramsey was on Arnold all day.
So?
Cool. I was just wondering where he was. Entering saying it was an entertaining game. No denying that. I will deny that. But it was an entertaining 45 seconds at the end of the first half. As, Conmaster, 0125. OSU eating his words from the other night about Keel not going to show up in the playoffs. Well, when you play a soft defense like this Jaguars team was, I mean, I'm just saying you don't have to be very good to have run against the defense that showed up tonight. The Jags defense has been good in the season, but just today that defense wasn't there, and anybody could have run against that one. As we come to the end of the game, the Pittsburgh Steelers winning this one handily. Bomber, it is time for our NBL Live Player of the Game here for broadcast 230. Javier Howard, 7 catches, 146 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He'd be my choice, but Matt Stafford, 383 yards and 4 touchdowns through the air. You really can't go wrong with either of them. I'll leave it up to you, Bomber.
I got to go in another direction, man.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I think
Jawara?
Matt Stafford is talented. I think Javier Howard is good. I did not expect Tyrone Keel to come out here and kill these Jacksonville Jaguars. I did not expect it to happen, but yet it happened, and I think that was the biggest surprise of the game, and it was a solid performance. He had 2 touchdowns, over 115 yards on the ground. I think that just really gave this team no hope at all. Once they saw the running game going, it's pretty much over at that point if you're a Jacksonville Jaguar fan, because if you can't stop them on the ground, there's no way you're stopping them over the air. I got to go that direction. Maybe we ask the audience. I don't know, but that's where I'm at with that. I think Tyrone Keel.
Well, we got a little bit of time.
Very impressive tonight.
Who you like for your player of the game, folks? Put hashtag Keel or hashtag Stafford or hashtag Howard for your choice. Unisolated in the chat saying 2 catches for 30 yards to answer your question. Defending Jalen Ramsey. Bomber, your retort to that defensive performance.
Well, I mean, Stafford did most of his reading pre-snap. Most of his routes he was looking for was pre-snap. And the pre-snap defense of the Jacksonville Jaguars was so pathetic. You hardly saw him come off that first read. He knew exactly where he was going. He went there. He stayed in the pocket. He stayed upright. So it just so happened Ramsey was probably only targeted twice. It's not that he was guarding his guy so well. It's just that everybody else was so wide open. In the middle of the field was mainly where he was attacking, which just happened not to be where Jalen Ramsey was playing. I don't know if that has anything that's positive about Jalen Ramsey, but if I was him, you didn't see, I would have matched up differently if I was a Ramsey. I would have had him inside more just because I would have saw how the game was playing.
People in the chat voting for the Steelers offensive line. A lot of Stafford votes. A lot of Matt Stafford
it looks like
votes.
Stafford's going to be the player of the game.
Hey, Matt Stafford did have a fantastic game. I mean, he absolutely picked apart the Jaguars defense, threw it down the field effectively, and spread the ball around, Bomber. Something I've always been impressed with Matt Stafford. He really, really finds a great job of spreading that ball around. As Unisolated said, he was inside LOL. Arnold is 3rd wide receiver. So he's bragging about Jalen Ramsey's top corner being on the number 3 wide receiver. Is that what I'm hearing?
It doesn't matter. Look, Keel went into this game with 51 attempts, 122 yards. He averaged 2.4 yards per carry. He had 0 touchdowns.
Sure.
I think he had his season performance.
Yeah.
He matched the season performance today, and then, 200% more touchdowns? I don't know what 0 is, how he gets 0 to 2.
You can't.
But he had 2 touchdowns.
You can't.
You can't. So, I just was very impressed by the run game. Stafford played lights out. Howard played lights out. His offense played lights out. But the defense, I don't think the lights ever came on.
Gerard Forney had 2 picks. I mean, it was a great game. But we'll give it, the audience has spoken. We'll give it to Matt Stafford, your NBL Live Player of the Game for broadcast 230. We have something here. I've got the bracket here somewhere. Hold on. This is live. Wait. There we go. That is what our bracket is looking like right now. As we are into the divisional round. Bomber, Browns, Steelers, and wow. Come on. Are you looking at this? Can you see it?
Let me see. Not yet.
Oh, I'll wait for you to see it.
All right, let me pull it up. I saw the player of the game was on there, and I paused it. What? How you don't have? It's not taking up the full screen.
Well, that's just because it's over here. I love the Kansas City Chiefs. I love those guys. The Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, I see.
Shout out to those guys. Shout out to
JY doing his best Doughboy impression. His spelling isn't that good, man. I notice that quite often. He's a little slippery on the spelling for some of these teams.
But of these 4 matchups, which one are you most looking forward to? I will say, out of everything that's not the Browns Steelers, which we know is going to be a great game, which one of those other 3 are you looking forward to?
I like Seahawks Saints.
Yeah.
Chiefs Jets could be a good game. I mean, Lions Giants could be good as well. Are these all going to be bonus coverage this round?
Yeah, they should be. Yes.
Okay, so what we're going to do for bonus coverage, guys, we're going to pick a game. Obviously, it can't be mine since I'm going to have to be calling it. It can't be Bananas either. So it's going to probably be Steelers Browns bonus coverage. Maybe a little Seahawks Saints double header bonus coverage tomorrow. We'll look into that as I try to square away my game now. And I'll have Bananas try to square away his game tonight against Draco. So we can bring that to you. And an Isolated is a free agent. And we should be able to get him in there. So maybe we could do Bananas.
Oh, that's true. That is true. And
well, you enjoy your time. Where are you headed to? Where are you going?
I'm going to Dallas for 2 days for my best friend's wedding. We'll have.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You told me that. I always forget. You're such a traveling man.
Of Jesus and the Goat is getting married. So 2 days. I'll be back on Sunday. And then we'll be heading towards AFC NFC Championship and the Super Bowl. 5-year sim, and then before you know it, the tournament will be here. So what a week, a couple weeks here on the NBL Network. Hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button so you know each and every time we go live. We're going to get out of here. For my co-host Bomber, I'm OSU. Once again, your final score, Pittsburgh Steelers a lot, Jacksonville Jaguars a little. We'll see you next time. Check out bonus coverage all this weekend, and we'll see you next time right here on NBL Live.